Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. You're tuning in to a session of Open Mic. Tonight in studio, I have with me Ms. Roxie Romney, candidate for the 4th District, contesting against Mr. Mark Vanterpool. Welcome and good evening, Ms. Romney.
Thank you very much, Sam.
Nice to have you. Ms. Romney, you're contesting the 4th District. What are your prime concerns?
Well, Sam, first let me just start off by thanking you, and also with the wider audience, I would like to express my appreciation for them for tuning in, especially the voters of the 4th District. I am happy to be here today and for this opportunity to share my vision and plans for the 4th District if I am your chosen representative for the 4th District. Now, to answer your question, Sam, the primary concern which I find affects the 4th District is this: the revenue earning opportunities that deliver profits to our locals are very important. Not just the jobs for cleaning guts and cutting bush. While it is necessary, such jobs do not provide sustainable employment opportunities, let alone empowerment. The government under the Virgin Islands Party has in the past upheld policies of inclusion in business opportunities for its people. On that foundation, our people have thrived and became entrepreneurs. The current NDP administration has moved away from this practice and have opened the doors to foreign businesses without local partners. This practice sets many locals up to be forever working for foreigners in our own country, believe it or not, and it is not good.
Great, great. Building capacity, building entrepreneurship. I like that plan.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, if you're elected, what are the 3 sticking issues, burning issues that you would first address?
Well, Sam, let me just start by saying this. My opponent, in the process of getting the cruise pier extension pushed through and rushed through by any means necessary, he has left behind, as a result, the basic infrastructure issues of the district to support the increase in traffic flowing to the capital by businesses, by visitors, and new businesses. My first order of business would be to complete with no delay the installation of efficient sewage disposal and treatment plants, and as well as continued reliable water and power supply. My second order of business would be to get the road system throughout the district cleaned up and improve the look of Road Town, with special attention to Main Street, but also to the residential areas of the district, which is also deserving of much attention. Thirdly, I would address the traffic congestion by encouraging private and public partnership for commuters in and around Road Town. The government should install bus stops in better locations where riders are not endangered or the flow of traffic impeded.
Great, great. When you look at Mark, obviously the representative is doing a lot of work. Why are you now at this point challenging the representative?
Well, Sam, it's really quite simple. I have heard the cry of our people, and while my opponent and his party have said action speaks louder than words, I walked through Main Street, and from the old post office is where I started, went to Longbush, Lower Estate, even Scatliff Alley, and then back down the highway to McNamara. Let me instead do this. I think the people of the 4th District should actually take a look and let them be the judge of what they see. I look over to my left, and then we start to walk. I look at the post office, a place where I feel that needs to have drastic improvements. It is virtually in the capital, and it should be better utilized and better refurbished in a condition and a standard that I know is much better. And as I walk through this, I will be going from district, 4th District, to the extent where I want to see parts of the districts given much attention to what I am seeing here, as I am bringing this much closer to you, that you walk with me. It is unacceptable to me, to someone that's been in the tourist business, especially as far back as my father, even what we do, the tourists want a place to come to. The merchants want to be able to provide the service and to be able to have, again, the opportunity to earn. And we cannot do that if we don't look after the inside of what it is we have to offer to attract the outside to come in. In the 4th District, and I know you can hear me, but it's important that you see things for what it is and see it the way I see it. Because this again cannot continue. This again should have been dealt with, over with, and completed. And that is something that I need to do for the 4th District because it matters. For the 4th District, this is unacceptable. The quality of life, the conditions under which you live under is deplorable, it's nasty, and worse yet, it smells. When you walk and you smell, okay? I've heard enough where there is no smell, it has been fixed, and then I come here. I walk as much as I can, and you look at the conditions that are down here. This is not only unacceptable, it's a disgrace and a disgust. That is not about what it is I am saying about any incumbent, but what I am saying is what are we doing about it? What is going on with the prison? Historical opportunity here that tourists can come and visit, create the attraction, add value to what's here, and it will benefit the bottom line of the people of the 4th District.
Well, since you had an opportunity to, take a look yourself, tell us a little bit more about your plan.
Well, Sam, I am really disturbed about one thing, but well, in fact, there's several. Let's just start with this one. The scent of the sewage still permeates the air we breathe, and the disposal of untreated sewage into the open sea that has long-term effects on the marine life, let alone what it does to our own health. But let me not stop there. Again, let's talk about the congestion at Roadtown Ferry Dock. It has now reached the critical mass and no longer accommodates effective processing of passengers at the terminal. The flow of vehicles and passenger traffic to and from the facility is congested, and this must be addressed without further delay as it is totally out of control. We need to have greater maintenance of the district parks and the sports centers. Take, for instance, the softball field and the festival grounds. They are in disrepair. We need to improve the general surroundings of the softball field. In fact, improve the access and layout of the festival grounds. It's that simple. Now, let's take a look at the state of the historical landmarks in Roadtown. Like the old post office building, the legislative building, they are an embarrassment. And we need to preserve these structures where possible, but more importantly, renovate them and maintain them. The People's Hospital, and I will say this, it's an impressive new structure, as well as Craft Alive Village. But the rest of Roadtown needs major work to bring the capital in line with the image of the multicultural layout and a vibrant and revitalize with a vibrant district that will come alive with these improvements.
Great, great. So obviously you sound like you're an expert on the area, but there are those who are saying that you don't know anything about the district, they don't know you.
I've heard
How
that.
do you respond to those people?
I've
I
heard
get that comment
I know.
up to just a few days ago. How do you respond to those critics?
I think my last name speaks for itself. Let's just start there. I'm the second daughter of the late Honorable Cyril B. Romney, my father, and my mom, Lillian Romney. But know this, I'm a BV Islander. And let me just say, from the Crickeys of Anegada on my mother's side, to the Thomas family from East End, and from the Smiths of Salt Island, to Romneys of West End. That says a lot for my background, even just starting there. But know this as well, I grew up in McNamara. I went to school right here in Roadtown, and only left the territory, which, by the way, I had an athletic tennis scholarship, which paved the way for me to get my education. No different that I expect with youngsters that are going to be coming up that would need a sporting facilities to even have the opportunities that I have had. I am an entrepreneur with a strong background and a record of achievements in sales and marketing, especially also in the travel and tourism business, for which that has been, for the most part, of what I have done with my family's businesses. But it didn't just stop there. I had interest in the IT, and most people know me a lot with the telecom services that I provide. But let me say this. It's not possible for everyone to know me personally, or I of them. But however, I have tried by every means available to me in this very small window of time to become acquainted with as many persons as possible as I can. However, determined as I am, the message and using what I can through the means that I can actually reach voters with whom I have not been able to meet, I will do this in whatever means I can, and this is one of them. I wish to share my vision with the 4th District for the better day, for a better life, and for all, because in actuality, it is best for what I think will benefit us as a whole in a country that I hope to represent in the 4th District.
Awesome. You know, you mentioned about your family.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cyril Romney.
Yep.
You know, from a very young age, he was a visionary.
Yes,
A
indeed.
lot of people don't
Yes,
know
indeed.
that. So for the young people out there, you being an offspring, you mentioned about many of your family connection, and I think that's great. But you being an offspring of Cyril, what is your vision for the 4th District? What is your vision overall, being a part of a Virgin Islands party?
Yes.
In my assessment, has been a visionary party from a very long time.
Sam, that's, well, that's a very good question. And, the vision I have for the 4th District is to see a vibrant modern business center. We have to start with that in so much as to what we need to build. We need to be catering to the residents and visitors as a whole. I want to see a capital with inclusive business opportunities for all, not some, for all. Now, in line with this concept, I would like to see improvement in the quality of life for so many currently living hand to mouth, which is not good. The cost of doing business in this territory is huge, and it must be addressed, and the cost of living must be lowered. Now, Sam, I propose to work with my colleagues, regardless of political affiliation, to look into making the BVI a transshipment port to reduce the shipping costs and, by extension, the cost of goods to actually have with the Virgin Islands. For the territory, and by extension, the 4th District, I want to see a state-of-the-art communication and sustainable source of energy. I see the residents of the 4th District enjoying reliable public utilities like water and electricity. I would like to see a greener road town with less congestion, improve the flow of traffic that can be achieved by introducing intra-city public transportation. I see a safer 4th District with a greater police presence in the neighborhoods and the commercial areas that need it even now.
Well, Joanne, it seems like your vision is very big. A lot of shoes to fit and fill. I want to say that I think you're on the right track. There's a lot to really pull together, and I think you're running with a team, hopefully, that can support a lot of your initiative. I also want to tell the viewers out there, you're watching the Open Mic Show, one-on-one with Ms. Romney, candidate for the 4th District. Of course, if you're in the 4th District, she's probably here asking for your vote and your support. Ms. Romney, in concluding this interview, sum it up. Sum it up for the people out there. Look into that camera and tell them connect with those people out there where you are moving forward.
Sam, well, let me first thank you. I also want to thank Andrew Cox and his team at CBN TV for inviting us on this program to share my views and concerns with the voters of the 4th District. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen of the 4th District, let me thank you for allowing me into your homes and by this television program. We are a few weeks from countdown to June 8th. Make no mistake about it. Unfortunately, we do not have the luxury of time to get to know each other as well as I would have liked to have known most of you, if not all of you. I want to assure those of you who do not know me personally that I speak openly of my candidacy in this race to represent your interests and your interests first. To whom much is given, much is expected. I'm going to say this again. To whom much is given, much is expected. My family did not wish to be victimized by my choice of party affiliation. I am here of my own accord, and my candidacy is driven by the love of country. If given the opportunity, I can and will make a difference in the everyday lives of our residents that live and work in the 4th District. Ladies and gentlemen of the 4th District, the time is now. For me to represent you, the time is upon us, and you decide what's in the best representation that's in your interest. You decide. You choose. It's all up to you now. I am proudly and humbly asking you to vote for me, Joanne Roxie Romney, in the 4th District, and for my entire VIP at Large team. Please let me introduce them. Irene Penn O'Neill, Charmin Rosen Bunbury, Sherry DeCastro, and of course, Dr. Carl Dawson. I thank you for allowing me to reach you through this medium. May God bless the people of the 4th District, and may God bless you and our beautiful Virgin Islands. Thank you.